front page, Northern Region, NDC boys on rampage. Yes, and Kuma ambulance case, court to decide Dr. Enimane's fate. So you know this issue in our cover, it have to do with she minority leader Kuma Atofo
former former deputy finance minister now.
So you know with this Dr. Enimananga, the name I think I'm not getting quite, and it's Enimana. He's battling with his health, and he's doing some passport to go for treatment. So now the court is deciding whether Abashi passport and she to go for treatment or Abari. But now, as it is now, his case is almost under cross-examination. So it's now Kamunde Akabashi that passport it will interfere in their work. So now the court is considering his health and then also trying not to mix his cross-examination come with it. So and they are confused. They are in a dilemma situation as to how to go about it. But then, as it is now, they are adjourned to January 23rd or something like that. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Later we'll bring you details of that. So now, MPP names parliamentary candidates election voting centers, and Justin from Ponkodia picture. It said this sort of story will be on the page 6. And then to some online portals, City News on City Newsroom, other interesting stories. Don't fall for projects started in an election year. This is by the Ada MP, where it's a scam. So, yes, so almost in local election, and as local politicians' case. They go and then cut sword, they commission other stuff just to make it look like they are doing something. They just to get vote from the citizens. And then another interesting story here, which has to do with education, where in West North, over 137,000 senior high school students yet to report due to financial challenges. And then we attach it's cruel to blame Baumia for Ghana's economy woes. So these are some stories from the City Newsroom. If you have some story from other portals.
I think Daily Graphic, Suma, and then Daily Graphic, where Commander Kafaidi Dazu, NCA launches 5-year strategic plan. What on Maikatan and Wanda Esla Usuke Jagoranta. Suke ce kamar da suka kawo za su kawo wani shiri wani tsari na ci gaba wanda yake na shekaru 5 kenan to Allah ya sa gama lafiya. Disregard Ghana Education Service guidelines on PTA National Council to members. Wato jiya da na ga issues na PTA ta so ma batun da cire ti na wuri zama PA kenan. PA kuma dai da mun san personal assistant kenan amma yanzu kuma dai shiga cikin dai zama parent association ko okay. And nkaje kasa kuma president for World Economic Forum president ya gaba da shi yari presenting Ghana a World Economic Forum wannan shiri na tattalin arziki na duniya kenan. African Prosperity Dialogue to focus on food security da kuma others. Wato Gabi Otre Daku kenan yake shi mai yake cewa wai African Prosperity Dialogue wannan shirin na African Prosperity Dialogue yanzu za su mayar da hankali ne akan food security, baton abinci, samar da abinci da kuma kiyayewan ita abinci and others da kuma da dai sauransu. Ina gani waɗannan su ne ainihin labarai da suka zo a yau ko. Yes, and so
I think on the papers they run the
trending story haka.
But then interesting story in that case, which everybody's talking about, is about how to do with the education. Mukaduba, that the story from the Western North, and over 137,000 students are yet to report to school. It's quite alarming. In as much it's free, but they still wait because of financial challenges. But some suggest, let me read that part of the story so we can have some few talk on that. Where the Conference of Head of Assisted Secondary Schools CHAS in the Western North Region state that about 137,000 fresh senior high school students are yet to report to school despite gaining admission. CHAS bemoans that although schools will open for fresh senior high school students on December 4, 2023, a little over half of the total candidates placed in schools in the Western North region are yet to report to their respective schools due to financial challenges faced by their parents, most of whom are cocoa farmers. So speaking to City News, the president of CHAS in the Western North region, Nana Amo Amankwa, expressed concerns about the situation. According to him, I'm quoting him, where as we speak, a number of the schools, those who have reported, are just a little above half of the numbered place, and that is our concern. The Western Regional Director of Education also gave an update about 137 students have not yet taken up their admissions yet. According to them, they are facing financial challenges. So he urged the first students to ignore the requirements of the prospectus and report to school, as provisions have been made by the government for a smooth academic session. So this is the story on the reporting of school students on Yakikrenshi campus, and I'm sure it's all because of this prospectus thing. Now, the story, the student can go to school without their prospectus. They shouldn't mind all those things. Believe me, you go to school and these same teachers will sack them to come home for other items on their prospectus. I heard it on the news. One of the headmasters was saying that to those, they'll provide them with mattresses to sleep on, but they'll go and then they'll still not get it. This is Ghana. We know how things run in the country, or maybe you are not siding with me, I don't know, but then we all want them to go to school. Among so some of the schools are more particular about the items on the prospectus list. They can equally ask a child to go home because of Yakikrenshi, sincere, because of cutlass. No, am I going to stay? I'm going to read.
Not secondary school sooner the one was built they can unprescribed.
Yes, and prescribed.
Prescribed and non-prescribed. But you are not prescribed. Go home. You are not prescribed. But it's amazing. I mean, I don't know. I've been Nangaskia Yakama me hankali so say because this is a situation whereby da about the bill, you know, co in school, akukuni zaka be especially my freshers and kuna be a mafia dama when the sick inside already. And so gashi government kuma we do kino winko Michael, the uniform, the textbooks, the the uniform, the textbooks, the
everything in general, feeding
and everything. So the parents, she's already to say kind prospectus kinonko, say yaran to school, and unfortunately kumaga shina way, and way most of them are cocoa farmers. So I was wondering what happened to the cocoa scholarships in the Tsarin Safiya when the government say introductions. Yes,
Prof will come.
Yeah, Prof will come in. Yes, that's a she don't like my shivida. I mean, and I wonder what happened to cocoa scholarships in the Western region.
Yeah, Western
yes, in the Western North. Yes, in the Prof Shima the can she can send come on the Western Asali. So I don't know. She's there when I carry bayani so say but issue na but naganya do kima hankali so say now.
So ina ganin da muka akwai last month ne ko a cikin November ne da aka zo da prospectus na senior high school
kai normalizing sako
da muka zauna nan muka yaba but akwai sun dividing shi into categories.
Okay,
akwai essentials and non-essentials. So ana require periods to provide the essential items on the list, the essential list, sai yaro ya fara school. To lokacin nan ma aka ce on the 15th now yayi too short for parent to procure all those items to enable the child to commence schooling. And so a jinkrita reopening of senior high na freshers now. To amma idan ka duba cocoa, I wonder why this time inda ce around May, June, July lokacin na off season ne. So lokacin cocoa growing areas in ka je ana cikin talauci. Amma idan aka bude cocoa around October, November, December, January, February sai ga kama akwai kudi within the system. So yayi ban mamaki kana ce cocoa growing areas at this time ba kudi because na san safi sosai at this time idan mutum ma ya je neman rance ya bashi saboda an san kaman ana harvesting an bude season aka je wurin cocoa crachi an ba da kudi so a zo karara ce saboda wannan kayan nan yara ba su ce su ba ga kaman parents ba su lived up to their responsibility ba because education now primarily yana kan parent ne sannan government amma idan muka duba kamar yana kan government first sannan parent akwai abin da government zai yi because as of now ba biyan tuition sannan kuma government will take care of infrastructure and the rest to ku kuma kadan da za ku support yaro ya te school da shi sai ka ga wannan kuma an kasa daga gida idan haka nan sai bedin nan kuma ya zo kan government kuma to tun da charles sun ba da directive kama yaran na regardless su tafi yaran na su tafi and then we see what will come out of it because yanzu sun ba da directive kama yara su zo makaranta ko da ba su da wani abu ba mu mu zauna mu ce they cannot fulfill their promise ba mu ce they cannot fulfill that promise so allow the children to go in ya son mu ga abin da zai biyo baya because with the little that you have sai ka bari yaro ya ce prospectus ba a ce sai ka sai komi cikin prospectus ba akwai abin da ake nema 444 don ka samu 11 ko 22 sai ka bari yaro ya tafi as time goes on sai ka dan kana ana kai ma yara so in this era ba excuse mana ce yaro ya zauna gida har
so can we even blame the economy because for some previously somewhere last year we know how our economy was and also how even with the cocoa process in the shima like it became the cocoa sector itself a problem with them. So can we say that maybe they didn't even get the bumper harvest in the Akenema and even selling it for people to come and buy it, they didn't achieve that purpose, and that could even delay them getting. And mind you, they were stated that cocoa farmers, so mind you, probably they were doing it in small scales, but large scales burning. So it can also be a factor. Maybe if I'm just having a small. I don't know how much like let's say a plot of cocoa farm will earn somebody, but maybe if the person be produce on a large scale, yaje farm his cocoa pots have been infected by other stuff. You know, there are several factors that they affect them getting or making good money or getting more profit from their harvest. In those things it becomes a hindrance to them making it. It will even be difficult for them to provide what they are worth. Mind you, Kuma, some of these parents don't even have 1 or 2 kids. They have like 4, and sometimes all of them have to go to school at the same time, which I think that thing Kuma NCC Kuma those who educate people on that, because mostly and try and educate them on family planning their sabaya. Still, we are not listening to that, and these are some of the reasons to make sure you get more, like a little, to be able to push your word to school. But aside that, Kuma, you mentioned, you made a point about prospectus, and if you can go, fine, it's there, you can equally go. But that's, I think what we have to do is that I caution house master, the house mistress, those soon a young balai, so the problem. Or you go to school, cacao cup. They'll tell you how it's 2. Why do we have 1? Call your parents to bring the other one. So I think they have to be scrutinized. Come on.
Kinga, if you blame the economy, but coming exam ya,
blame economy.
Although economy na kuwa san kama yana ko na da karfi, but quite prioritization of needs. So in the midst of little, millennium is a priority. Kin gane ko zaki je cocoa growing area ne wani yana jira ya harvest ya je ya fight case daga court monsoon cocoa growing areas kin gane ko it's hard time kuma mo diversify, so we cannot rely on cocoa that community cannot rely on cocoa. Cocoa, muna da main crop, okay, a lane crop. One day kizua after July, August, that some kadang. So it's a seasonal crop. One the monster come shekara. So why do you rely on even that? It is that time to diversify. Kana cocoa growing area, at least kai wani kiwo kadang. At least ka shuka wani. Yes. So kasa kama yaron ka ya gama senior high. Yo, ko yana junior high from 3. The following year zai ci. So me yasa zaka jira har lokaci ya kai sannan ka zo kana neman tanadi. So ni inda zan blame this time I cannot blame the government. Yes, I cannot even blame the economy. The economy ya hada ma akwai prioritization of needs. Musa kama this time me muke nema. Idan ya zama dole ne yara su te school. Iyaye suna ya su sai da kadarori.
Okay, sure.
Suna su sai da wani abu. Su bar yara su te school. Akwai mutane da suka sai da abinci saboda sun ga muhimmancin education now. So abin da ce economy ya very difficult. Amma in this instance we cannot blame the government. Economy. No. Meanwhile ana say atampa na zuwa eye da shi ana so akwai expenditure da ya kamata bai kamata a yi shi ba. Ana yi sai ga kama an relegate wannan education yara to the background.
So ni question na ne dukkanin su 1,000 nawa 137,000. That's huge.
Yeah.
Duka kuma in the western region.
Yes,
Western North.
Western North. Dukkanin su western North. So inda ni tambaya na ke zuwa ke domin inda ya cut across da ka ce kama wani abu ne da ke gaskiya ana jijiki, but why Western North kawai 137,000 shi ke kamo hankali na yanzu haka ka understand
wa wurin na sun fi central region kudi.
Yes. So in the abin so I feel like kudi. There's a bit of prioritization here. Ka understand I ina so gani kaman ina feel kaman there's wani prioritization an kimanta wasu ababe.
No, that's what
Malam Daud. Okay.
So Western North for so you should put and then
so yanzu now what do they want to me suke son government here, because I feel like kaman in that case in as much as ana sukan cewa free education ya zo da illoli da daban-daban da sauransu, I feel like in this case kaman government yayi nasa I don't know.
Baka biyan tissue akwai
uniform free
an baka placement. So essentials in da zaka say okay in baka ka bari danka yake boarding school. Why do you even choose a boarding school?
Exactly.
When there's a community school, there's a day school,
and it's free.
And it's free. So tunda kasa kama okay yaro zai choose school now. Kai da kan kasa okay ya travel about 40 kilometers sannan ya te school, so bai je na komowa, so ya je na kwana wurin. You don't have a relative there wanda zai zo na wurin, so you be a border. So why do you wait? Ko ka choose school now whereby akwai day school kusa da akwai boarding kusa da ku, so za mu ci wannan duka 130,000 now, so duka suna face the same generic problem. Bai yiwuwa.
And I think speaking of, I think even the matter of by Sam Kuda school, that was the main reason why the former president John Dramani Mahama called a progressively free senior high school.
Yes.
So to build community schools in some communities, they did some, and the other school one day actually Photoshop, but then they still did some just to help people in the community and to some to just instead of traveling or leaving their towns or many regions to different regions to school. So I think, and then sometimes to some of these children are also parts. Come on, okay, you go to maybe Action Senior High. I mean Action and just now so Opokuwari or maybe Wesley Girls, you know, we have attachment to some of these schools.
Yes.
We all want to be part. You want to go say like me manage Fantiman and Fantipim Wegehe, And then from Accra to Cape Coast, definitely you have to be in a boarding house.
Yeah.
But sometimes they feel for their, and sometimes some of these parents also want to brag with their awards. Oh, the Anana school kaza.
Oh, Tonjiana school kaza.
There's the myth.
Ya kamata abinda zai bar yaro ya te wannan school na. Ki make provision yaro ya te wannan school. Kin gane ko ni na ga kamar lokaci ya kai deboardingization. Kin gane ko at least deboardingization na. Yes, so because I've been this aka zo da boarding house for national integration. Lokacin da kuma karbi independent ya ba Ghana sai na ganin kama wani bai san wani ba. Wasu suna ga kama we are different from this people from this era. So bari mu yi boarding. So da wani ya fito Tamale, wani ya fito Navrongo, wani ya fito Takwa, wani ya fito Accra, Kumashi, a zo a hadu guda. Then we share culture, we understand each other. So that idan muka carry school, muka je workplace, already the national integration, the national unity yana wurin. So ba mu samu issues at the workplace. Already mun solve wannan at the school system level. To abin da yazo da boarding system nan kenan. Amma yanzu akwai national integration, akwai abubuwa da yawa online duka. So the space in bridge the gap between the north and the south, east and west. So why do we insist on our case going to the boarding house? So ya kamata mu yi deboardingization in schools in the Kiara Muduba. About 60% should come from the catchment area. So that yara suya suje with little stress. So 40% are from distant places. So wannan kuma then we build more community schools. Then we deboardinize. Sai ka abin ya zo muna sauki. Ina kamar yaro zai je gida ya zo ne. Uniform kawai.
Uniform na mana ba yaro.
The slippers yake wani sandals yake.
Uniform mana ba.
To
uniform mana ba yaro. Some time ago manzo ana buy the slippers. My yaro je school. We come back home with uniform and then
sandals and everything.
So uniform na textbooks ana ba yaro. So abinci ne kama abinci na shi na borders ne ko.
Yes, but even this, even look at in the Sabo at the early time of this government, when they were giving them chocolate drinks.
So parents,
Ghana.
Yes, that was at that time we were trying to promote Ghana chocolate. So and about some snacks, that was for everybody from those from the basic level. And about to breakfast. Yes, they give them lunch and then snacks, and the snacks is the cocoa drink that came back to school. So
I've been in one district, one factory. I've been in
no, it's not about one. It's from the African policy. She to
make manufactured here in Ghana.
Free thing better.
Manufactured golden tree.
Talking about at that time you have to do China. Anyway,
Bagana kaiwa. Not Kumashi. Tagaying come on one district, one factory. Shai come on shoe factory. Da kuma sha doki yaran nan a yi experiment like a talata da takalmu nan aka sha hankali na ke min don kasa yaran sun sha chocolate in school yana da dadi sun bari a so su da kansu ma sun yi advertising abin shi a sai.
So still on education.
No.
Carried on Daily Graphic about
the parent teacher something.
Coalitions and so swim magana they can't take the tea out of it.
Yes.
So and then it is still in the newspapers.
Yeah, teachers and just strike ni aka cire sunan su cikin abin nan koya ban
gani. No, wait, the issue nan dai ne kamar parent teachers association now. So reason the suka kawo ne kama if your ward is in the school you can be part of the association, but if your ward is out of school you have to cease being part of the association. Do you get it? And also kuma be kamata interferences nan kuma yazo yayi wa cikin association like maybe when the school is to help the local school and all that. So you can equally do that even if your child is not in the school, but not necessarily your child have to be in the school before you try to assess the school. So they call list of the in the some portion of they brought the so-called rules and then the principles and why they think it's not supposed to be done. And in them won't be with what they said. Now we are in the country constitution we are mudama to freedom of joining the association you like. So if they want the parents to be out, the teachers to be out, that means they are not being fair they are not following
the teachers must be out.
Yes, Kumaga, all this, every now and then, we have instances of indiscipline on campus, sometimes even criminal, where the parents have to come in and teachers also have to come in. So these two bodies can be separated. When they are in school, they are for the teachers. But I think it's because some parents take advantage of this PTA thing more. Because sometimes, most school, for instance, there are certain group of names in that about positions in school.
Yeah.
Yes, because of their attachment or their parent attachment. Even maybe when kakanshi, because it's bearing that name. Yakumata Abash, maybe school preferred, protocol preferred, or something. I think these are some of the reasons that Masuke try prevent not to interfere in what they do on campus. That's I'm sorry.
Not right to.
But it's before he gets to that story, I think this story, the second deputy whip of the Minority Caucus in Parliament, Comfort Doye Kujo, it's a way that encourage Sarah K. Kamon to prevent political leaders from coming to sword cutting ceremonies by the Akufo-Addo government in their jurisdiction this year. According to her, the lawmaker says any project initiated in an election year is a scam due to the government offering inability to see the completion of such projects. So it's not the case. I see. Look at you. They did same thing. Look at, I think that was in 2016. I like to talk about Mama Suna, Commissioner General. Yes.
Mama shi ya commission. Har ranar da kamar last campaign shi, ran da zai last campaign shi a Accra Sports Stadium. Ya yi commissioners daga North. Ya hawa helicopter ya zo Accra. Ya zo yi commissioning. So lokacin da mun gan commissioners gaskiya, especially lokacin da like last abin ganin lokacin campaigning na. Kasan lokacin yana dukan the campaign yake commissioning.
He was just short cutting.
Commissioning day, short cutting day. Don akwai wasu kuma da muka su ma time ya kusa shi ana short cutting. Lokacin
yake. It's a way, no, I'm quoting her, where nobody should believe any government cutting sword in an election year, and no chief should worry his head by putting on his beautiful kente cloth, following any president in an election year who is about to exit power to sit and cut sword for project they are just scamming them. So that is
so they are just scamming them.
They are just scamming.
I call it a scam.
Yeah, she tackle politician. But she is referring to the Akufo-Addo government scheme, and so they are scamming them. So that means among one in Serikina palace in she, and then any politicians could just go and she shouldn't hit to them, or because maybe shortcut, maybe allowed Akai. The next government, so much because then they tell them this is what was happening. Probably they will still continue on their behalf.
What about, okay, so then she come maybe ni sarki ne an zo shi ce to ba damuwa mu dai mun gani da irin da yawa, so yanda za a yi kai dai mu dai mun baka hanya je kai in ka je ka kare in za commission shi yanzu koya don ka
ba reasonable call ba ne.
It's not a reasonable call.
Ba reasonable because an ba mutum 4-year mandate.
Okay.
They end on the 6th of January next year. So yana kokarin source funding. Kuna da bukatan ruwa, kuna da bukatan hanya, kuna da bukatan makarantu, asibiti. Government yana kokarin neman kudi. Sai zo ya samu kudin. Sai zo sai ce zai cut short. Wannan project yana cikin budget. Yana cikin budget statement da aka read kamar an construct maybe 10-kilometer road from this place to this place in this certain village in this region. Sai ki ce saboda election ya so kada a yi wannan aiki. So ba reasonable call bane. Ke politician bai kamata ki yi magana haka ba. Saboda gobe kika zo government ki ya zo power.
I refer them to their
kin ce the 4th year now. Government activity is cease. No, government activity will cease in the election year. Ya yi aiki har ranar da zai fita ya yi aiki.
And look at it from this angle, ma. Soon da suke aikin nan, they are not ba wai suna yin aiki ne su kare zo su bari aiki ba. Don shi ma da da buri zai ci gaba ne. Ko ba gane magana.
Ba wai zai yi.
Ba wai zai yi after for me, the Akufo-Addo administration comes to an end, but they feel like the MPP government.
But who tell you it's coming to an end?
No, the Akufo-Addo government. Akufo-Addo government. That's what I'm saying. Akufo-Addo government.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the MPP. Susu na ine. She by na in the niya MPP zai opposition ba. Ba haka shi niyan shi yake ba. Wata kila kiki da wannan niya. Kana za so sometimes na maybe shi ma na duban zai ne continue abin shi.
To koda zai fita ne.
Now,
ya kat muku sorry. An fara yake sun lose election. Wannan lokacin nan sun execute mandate sun yi abin da ya kamata. So next president da zai zo shi yanzu alhaki ya rata wuyan shi kamar ya continue ko kai continue.
Okay.
So whether it's a campaign promise ko menene no, because kanga su election ana cin shi da aiki. Ana cin election da aiki. So zai zo ya muka aiki saboda ci election. Ya al'umma aiki ba wai saboda ke kina neman ki zo power. So al'umma kasu more government ba. So government ya neglect mutane in ya son a vote against government kuma a ce bai yi komai ba.
So no da sai ya ji source for funds ya zo zai muku aiki.
Akwai wani fund na idan ya kai donor agencies in suka baka grant in ka ce za ka yi aiki da shi in lokaci ya kai in ba kai yi aiki da su ya kamata ka koma musu da kudin sai ka koma musu da kudin ka je ka yi application ka zo da wani proposal sabo sannan a sake baka kudin sometimes ma ba baka kudin so idan kudi ya zo district assembly sai ga kamar suna kokari su yi aiki da shi so wannan ba reasonable call ba ne ya kamata chiefs su disregard magana nan ya son su ba gwamnati dama ya execute mandate shi har ranar karshe ko ranar da zai fita ma ya cut.
There's enough. Before Takara make one statement to Jane Mensa, and I want to hear your opinion on that. Way we should not focus on Jane Mensa. Let us focus on the branch, which is she's calling on the NDC supporters not to focus on Jane Mensa, but they should rather focus on their branch. That is where they win the election. If not, they'll scam them, and whatever happen here, Jane Mensa, I've been a tomato so they shouldn't focus on her. But are you saying we shouldn't focus on her? She's the electoral commissioner. Whatever comes from her is authentic. So yeah, command aside. Well, already in my NDC, command this year soon aside some kind of violence too much. And you know this how do you support it? The moment you say you shouldn't focus on command NDC and MPP always arguing over the word review. So the moment you tell them not to listen to Jane Mensa, you are telling them not to accept anything that even that declared the polling station, and all these things can lead to other conflicts.
I can say kinga election ana winning shi ne daga polling station. So idan kai ka san election sosai, idan kai aikinka daga polling station, ko makiyinka sosai ne electoral commissioner bai ma sata. Amma idan ka neglect polling station aka sata ka daga polling station ko masoyinka ne electoral commission bai ya baka election because akwai processing da ake check elections accounting ballot accounting da sauransu idan ka yi shi da kyau kana da pink sheet ka authentic one to shikenan baya sata ma election. So idan suka ce a focus sai sa suke cewa kamar this time ba zuwa ma Supreme Court because sun win election now daga polling station kuna da credible agent kun police ballot tun daga police station har zuwa polling center an zo an yi sorting kun duba an yi sort wannan candidate nashi ne an yi counting kun kome genu an ba ku pin sheet kun win shikenan baya muku sata. So wannan calling na yana koma da basics ne dama Farjan ya ce yayi ya ce wai idan kai aikin ka duka daga police station shikenan saura sai labari. So ina ga kamar wannan calling na ni dai ina side da ita kamar attack on Jane Mensa komai da ta sai a ce a ba daidai ba tana son ta rage election no mu bar ta yi aikin ta amma kuma mu sa mata ido amma aikin nan ya zo polling station inda za mu yi campaign da kyau first mu nuna mutane policies muka zo mai za mu muku mai muka taba muku daga nan kuma ku train electoral officers ku party agent ku su police election a yi violent free election in kun ci daga police station to ko tana son ta sata ba ta yi ta sata margin kamar yadda margin ya zo 1 million the last time more than a million votes the last time ya za ka yi ka sata ba ka yi ka sata election so call ne ya kamata su focus on polling station ya son su bar matan na peace of mind ta yi aikin ta kuka ci daga polling station ko ya ba ta son ku ba ta yi ta muku sata
ji IC kwewe agbina to ina gani kama yanzu sai lokacin wasanni ke ne kai so mun gode ma wato prof and shi mu je mu kawo wasannin safiya bayan haka kuma na san bashi kuma sarkin zango shi ma ya zo da sashin nan
na Mali Empire ba
na Ghana Empire dai
Ghana Empire
je predictions gani ya zo
oh ya duka A to Z duka
I was focusing on the Mali and South Africa
no duka 3 da 9 duka 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 sun zo
ne da officiating ne na kai ga kama officiating Africa level at the least
akwai masala
kuma ba $400 to supporters
$400
shouldn't come home the guy Ivory Coast Ministry of Sports
$400 ko wani supporter ko to shi mu ce sun yi kokari ko
where's the money coming from?
Yanzu dai
total the supporters how many are they?
300 supporters ne ko 300.
You need people to share the blasters.
So kamar da mu
so mutane suna cewa sports bai kamu na komai yana kamu da shadi.
Exactly. So yanzu
because it's like everybody's talking about the Ministry of Sport, like calculating
no.
them and
$400
they're having, yes.
No, $400 for the 300. Because the story in the zone and actually come out, there are about 300 something fans new. Adapt the Sauran Sune suka zo suka ce kamar yi wani aji su za su gida da sauran su. So in kamar da aka doki wannan 300 nan bai. Amma I mean
Charlie Blaster za su buga match da su da Egypt. Ga Egypt sun ci kapak. Mu zo mu empty.
Sheda a ta fura mana bubuzela.
Ni ban ce ba kai ba ka ce ba wan bai ce ba wan bai ce ba.
Mu zama gida mu duba.
Ba zai ce. So ya kamata sponsor mutane su je su duba.
Su make sure kamar sun shi jama'a su ba.
To kai ka samu $400 ba jaman wasa za a yi ba ai an ce an gama yawo kenan. To Allah ya samu dace.
Ni dai ban ga laifin shi ba.
So yanzu dai kamar da jiya muka kawo yasu sun samu $400 daga wato Abidjan for inji wani for shouting
to cheer up our black stars who are refusing to shine.
Yes, to shine. How can a blaster shine?
They twinkle at night.
How can a blaster shine? Well, I can stars. I thought you could keep blaster.
The same blaster they muka shine.
The same blaster.
But we are no longer the favorite. Like we are.
Look at you. I remember there was one time Kasan daga I think World Cup. Blaster basin su an rubuta the pride of Africa. Haka aka rubuta kan basin Blackstar.
Haka bi haka kuma ya sara abu.
The pride of Africa.
Haka ne.
So in Ghana kasan lele Ghana ya zo. Understand? Lele Pan-African is go Pan-African.
Blackstar.
Jama'a yanzu za mu je mu kawo muku wato sports segment din wato sashin nan na wasanni. Mun kawo kuma in mun kare sai mu bar fage mu ba sarkin zango so ku kasance tare da mu.